So you're receiving a pop-up there. I sent you the questions on the chat. So if you don't have it, please tell me so I can send them again. Just waiting because more people are coming in. Laurie, hello. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Are you listening to me, Laurie? Okay, so while Laurie is coming in, just explaining very quickly, TNT is a speaking conversation platform where we can practice our English skills, but not only English, also Spanish, French, German, Italian, many other languages. We also have women speaking. So if you have some friend, some girlfriend you want to share with her, we have a specific topic for women here in TNT and also for technology. So today is the first day that we're going to have an English conversation about technology. Is at 9 p.m. I guess. So you are all invited. And that's it. If you have any questions about TNT, you go to the talkandtalk.com.br. All right. So, Sinue, it is your first time, so especially for you, I'm going to explain how this is going to work. But first, Laurie, hello. Are you listening to me, Laurie? I cannot hear you. I know that you're speaking, but I cannot hear you. Maybe try fixing your microphone. You want to try it again? Yeah, I'm hearing you very, very, how can I say that?
Low. I don't know.
Low.
Yeah.
I think low.
What about now?
Yeah, now it's better. Guys, can you hear Laurie?
Yeah, so.
Try it again, Laurie. One more time, please.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, now it's very
better,
clear.
yeah.
Right.
Laurie, it is your first time here in TNT?
No, my second time.
Great, so you know how this is gonna work, right?
Right.
All right, guys, so I'm not gonna split us in other rooms. Just if someone else get in, then I'm gonna split us in 2 rooms, all right? So it's gonna be a 6. I sent you the questions on the chat. Let me send it again, just to make sure that everyone has it. All right, today we're gonna talk about influencers. First, introducing myself, my name is Sarah, I am 25. I'm a software developer. I live in Viçosa, Minas Gerais, but I am currently in Bahia, in Feira de Santana, because I'm visiting a friend. And I'm using a sweater in Bahia. I don't know how that happens, but I am very cold all the time, so don't judge me. All right. Can you guys introduce yourself, please, starting with Thiago?
Hi, everyone. I live in São José dos Campos, nearby from São Paulo. I have 40 years old, I'm married. I have just 1 kid. I'm a former logistics. Nowadays, I'm studying IT. I'm not working on IT yet. My key goal in this classroom is to freshen up my language. That is it.
Great, thank you, Thiago. How about you, Francisco?
Hello, everybody. My name is Francisco. Currently, I live in Paris. I study economics, and it's a great pleasure for me to improve my English. That's okay.
Great, Francisco. Thank you. Sabrina, welcome. How are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm going good. I am Sabrina. I am 20 years. I am a TD student, and I am in this journey to improve my English skills, especially the speak.
Great, Sabrina. Thank you. Diego, how about you?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Diego. I'm 35 years old. I'm living in Campinas, near to São Paulo capital, São Paulo state. I work as a data analytics manager. I work in a marketing agency with advertising and social media. I work with numbers all my day. I'm here on TNT since February 2021. I like this place. It's a very good place to make more friendship, to talk about very good things and topics. And I'm so glad to be here with you guys on this conversation. Thank you, Sarah.
Great, Diego. Thank you so much. Laurie, how about you?
Okay, so let's go. Can you hear me clear right now?
Yeah.
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, right. So my name is Laurie. I'm 33. I live in Minas Gerais. It's close to Belo Horizonte. And I work as a consultant. And I'm here to improve my English and talk to you. That's right.
Great, Laurie. Thank you. How about you, Sinui?
Hi everyone, my name is Sinue. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Rio Branco, Acre, but I'm currently living in São Paulo. This is my first time using Talk and Talk, and I work with privacy and data protection as a researcher on these topics. Nice to meet you.
Great, Sinue. Thank you so much. So guys, we're in 7 people, so I'm gonna split us into rooms, all right? Sinue, Sabrina, and Laurie are gonna stay here with me. Diego, Francisco, and Thiago, I'm gonna pass you to the other room, all right? So Diego, Francisco, and Thiago, if you have any questions, in the other room, we have the question mark button, you can press it, all right? Sending you guys now. When it's about 10 minutes, I'll bring you all back so we can wrap this conversation. You all have the questions, right?
Right.
All right. Bye, guys. See you soon.
See you guys.
Sabrina, do you have the questions on the chat?
Not yet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send you right now. Did you receive them?
Yes.
All right, so we already answered the question number 1 because we introduced ourselves. So let's skip to question number 2. Do you like to post stuff on your life in social media? Sabrina, do you like it?
Stuff. What is stuff?
Stuff is anything. Stuff is coisa. So do you like to put anything on social media about your life, pictures of you?
I like post stuff in my story, in my feed, usually in my story, but sometimes I regret because I am a private person, but I like share the things with other people, so I'm always in this issue.
Great, great, thank you. So mostly on stories, but not feed, right? Sabrina.
What?
You like to post mostly on stories, but not much on the feed.
Yes.
Okay, so I do that too. I only post in my Instagram to close friends. I'm a private person. I don't like to post on my feed. Sinue, do you have Instagram? Do you like to post stuff online, Facebook, I don't know, WhatsApp?
Yes, I like to. I like photography, so I'm kind of a heavy user of Instagram, but I don't like to expose my private life. So I like to take pictures of the city or take pictures of food, something like this. But I don't use to talk too much about my private life, you know.
So you're like the standard photographer who always posts pictures of landscapes, of flowers, of animals, but you
Yeah,
cannot
something like
find
this.
a picture of the photographer himself on his Instagram. It's so funny. All right, Lauri, how about you? Do you have social media? Do you like to post stuff there?
All right. Yes. In fact, I don't used to post a lot. You know, I used to post something on my WhatsApp status sometime. But for example, I don't have Facebook. I used to use Instagram sometimes, but I don't usually put some pictures and something like that because I'm really a private person, and I know how important it is nowadays you use your videos to post about your services, something like that. But I haven't used it a lot, you know. That's right.
Yeah, I got you, Lodi. I ask you guys that because I wanted to know if we're all familiar with social media, with Instagram. So I think we're all on the same picture here. So we can skip to the next question. Question number 3, do you like to see other people's life in social media? So speaking for myself, I like to see other people's life, but I want to stop this because it's very, it's kind of an addiction, because every time I have nothing to do, I immediately go to my cell phone and scroll and watch other people's lives. And I know that's not healthy for me. So I want to change that habit. How about you, Sinue?
Yes, I like. I don't have much problem with this, but I know it could be a question for some people. And when you talked about this, I remembered about a series of blog posts launched by the Wall Street Journal about the Facebook files. And in one of these posts, they talk about a problem called social comparison that is very common in Instagram because the platform is designed for people to show only the positive aspects of their lives, and it facilitates this kind of problem of people comparing themselves, and in a bad way because you're not comparing the reality of your life and the life of other persons. So it's kind of problematic, but I like, and I think you need to know how to use it and how to stay in this kind of environment.
Yeah, that's a great point, Sinue. Some people have questions about that. They don't, I mean, that's great that you have a good relationship with that. That's not my case. I don't. Sabrina, do you have a healthy relationship with Instagram? Do you usually watch other people's lives on Instagram?
I like to see other people's life in the Instagram, but it's just for specific people that I like to see, not everybody. Even though I follow more than 600 people. So it's not possible. But I usually see just about 5 stories of other people, and these people mostly are friends or a person that is not my friend but share something that interesting to me, like I follow a girl who lives in United States, and she is in college there, and I like to see how is the life in the college in the United States. I have this curiosity. So there is a few perfils that I like to see. And in feed, most that appear is the most things that I follow. It's not people, it's like film pages that post movies, things, this type of thing. So it's not a real problem. And when I have a problem with Instagram, it's because I spent a lot of time in Reels.
Yeah,
That's
my
my problem.
too, Sabrina. I spend minutes and minutes in Reels. I also don't follow many influencers, many people beside my friends. But the problem is with Reels and cooking stuff and animal stuff. Oh my God. So, Lauri, how about you? You said that you don't post a lot on Instagram, only in WhatsApp. But do you follow people? Do you watch people's lives?
Oh, yes. In fact, I don't. I used to follow just some people that I used to be, how can I say, I consider as a mentor. For example, people that create business or something interesting that I would like to learn about. But I mean, normal people, I don't. Just something that interests me, something about English, about development, personal development, and that's it. I think so. That's right.
Yeah, Instagram can be a great, not only Instagram, but YouTube, other social media can be a great tool to learn from other people, right? Other people, person. All right, guys, question number 4. I'm gonna give you guys some liberty to read the question out loud and then answer it and choose someone else to answer, right? And please consider me. So we're gonna all do the job that I'm doing here. So I'm not gonna be choosing one by one. So starting with Sinue, he's gonna read question 4 out loud for everyone, answer it, and then choose someone else to answer it, right? Then the next question, the last one to answer will, I don't know, read the next question, right? Do you guys understand that?
Yes. Okay,
All right.
question number 4. What do you think of influencer as a career? Well, I don't used to follow influencers on social media because I think it's kind of a fake content, at least for me. So I don't like to follow, and I don't used to check their content. And that's it basically. And what do you think about Sabrina, Lauri, Sarah?
Sabrina, you can go.
What I'm think about if influencer as a career. The questions about if I think if influence is a career.
No, the question is about what do you think of a career as an influencer? What do you have opinions about someone who is an influencer for a job?
The biggest influences for me, they are very unnecessary. The most people who are bigger influence like Kylie Jenner, it's a type of influence that I don't like very much, but I think that exists a part of influences that it's very useful and that share contents that it's really, really nice, like influence that share opportunities or whatever type of opportunities. And I face it with a lot of opportunities because of some influences that I follow. And I think it's that there is a lot of influences that it's not don't have a niche or a content that have something really important to share besides their beautiful lives. And while there is other influence that do that in a good way.
Okay, Sabrina, who do you choose to answer after you?
And about you, Laurie, what is your opinion?
All right. Okay, so what do you think of influencer as a career? Okay, in my opinion, nowadays, it's so important, this career. I mean, it's been growing. We can see, for example, in my city, I can see a lot of influencers working. Yes, I think it's a new career, but it's been important. And I think it will grow a lot. But if I have to work with as an influencer, I probably no. I have no cue for it, you know. But I think it's interesting. I think it can help entrepreneurs to share their ideas, to share their products. Yes, that's it. Who else? What about
Me.
Yes, what about you, Sarah?
So I think influencer is a new kind of job that we cannot ignore, right? It's there. And I think in every job, in every career, so if you are an engineer, you're going to have good engineers and bad engineers. So for me, a good influencer is a person who can influence you in a good way. I don't know, to make good habits. So I do follow influencers who do influence me in a good way to wake up earlier, to work out, to pursue a healthier life. I got that from looking to another person's life and looking, I don't know, how happy they were with that good habits and wanting that for myself. So maybe I would not get that just talking to my friends, talking to people around me. I needed to look of someone else's life that I don't know personally and be influenced by that. So yeah, a bad engineer and a good engineer. It also exists a bad influencer and a good influencer. I think a bad influencer is like what Sabrina said. I don't know, you just post stuff on your life randomly. I don't have an example because I don't follow that kind of people. But I think also depends on what kind of content that you are trying to consume, right? So if I want to work as a makeup artist, I want to follow people who do makeup online, who influence me on makeup, about makeup. And if I want to do anything else, I'm going to follow people in that area, right? So that's my opinion. I think it is important, but some people do it badly or just do it in an area that I don't have interest. So question number 5. Do you judge even a little bit an influencer? I'm going to answer that. Yes, I do. Nowadays, very, very little, but a few years ago, a few months ago, I judged a lot. I thought that their lives were easier because they just have to post their life online, but I figured out that it's not easy to edit videos and to film your life every single minute of your day. Sinue, what do you think?
Yes, I judge it too, because I think in general, influencers don't have the responsibility that their position requires. So this kind of irritates me a little bit. So I judge them often. How do you think about Sabrina?
I judge so much because I exist a lot of things about influencers. Most of them like to give their opinion about subjects like políticos. Well, I will say in Portuguese because I don't know the word in English. Policy. Most of them give their opinion about policy. Most of the part is unnecessary opinions, and they influence people in a bad way. And other aspects that I do then, it's because sometimes I see a person who became viral in Instagram or TikTok do nothing really important, just make a dance, a dancing, and these people became famous and start to gain money. And when you see these people are millionaire just because of this, and these people continue doing continue still doing these things. But the point is that I think influence have a easy life, and they want a lot of money, while other people who are also influenced but have content that is very important don't have this audience like the people who do that just, but they just do unnecessary thing like dances, like record their life is a very poor content. The most people in Instagram, like who have millions of people that follow them, don't do nothing in common, while other people who have a really interesting content have very less followers compared with they. It's a really problematic thing, this thing of influencer, and I would like to be influencers because it's really easy to influence other peoples.
Laurie, how about you?
All right. Okay. So I used to judge, but right now I don't. You know what? I can choose. Which of them I can follow or not. Which of them I can watch or not. So I used to do that, but so I realized that if I don't like them, I just take it off and choose another content. So nowadays it doesn't make sense for me, but in my opinion, there are some good influencers, good workers, and I don't think it's easier to work as influence if you are serious, if you are working hard. I think it's not easy, but I can choose. If I don't like them, I can just take it off and next. That's it. All right. Thank you.
Laurie, but I think sometimes it's difficult to just ignore them because they have a structural impact in society. So what one influencer say about politics or about public health impact not only myself, but our whole society. So sometimes I think it's difficult and even impossible to just ignore them. But I agree with you, and especially when Sabrina was talking, I realized that I have a very biased opinion about influencers, because when I think about an influencer, I think about a foolish content or something like that. And it could be also relevant content, you know. And I remembered about Emma Watson, that helped the United Nations about the conscientization around COVID-19 and so on. And also Leonardo DiCaprio, that has a very important role in the awareness of environmental issues, you know. So there are these two kinds of influencers.
That's a great point, Sinue. I thought that every influencer was, how can I say that, shallow. Their content was always shallow and not interest. But at some point, I started following this influencer that I mentioned. Her name is Carol Hashi. She's from Belo Horizonte. She talks about emotional intelligence. And for me, she really influences me in a good way. So I don't know, sorry. Sinue, do you send me a message? Do you meant to send just for me or everyone?
No, I intended to send this to Sabrina, because she was in doubt about the word for politics. So I wrote, I think you're talking about politics rather than policy, Sabrina, but Sarah can confirm.
Oh yeah, the word, right? Sabrina was saying policy, but she wanted to say politics. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Good correction.
Thank you.
Because when we write here in the chat, we can only send to the host, I think.
No, I think when it's written para, you can select todos na reunião, and no, you cannot.
No, for me, it's not available, this option. There is only the possibility to send to the host. But it was just a comment.
I think that I changed that, but thank you for saying that. I'm gonna be.
Okay, now it's working.
All right, great, guys. Moving on to the next question. Anyone else have some comments about this question? Can we move on?
I just would like to say that even we don't follow these people, they are always appearing in shows, in programs, and in reels. So it's really hard to run away from them.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the, I don't know if we're gonna get to the 12th question. I don't know if that's correct, but I consider influencers as famous person. Nowadays, they are famous to me because they're all over the TV, right? We cannot escape from them. All right, Laurie, can you read please out loud question number 6 and answer it, please?
Here we go. Do you think influencers' lives are easy compared to other careers? That's right. Okay. Let me see. I don't think so. In my opinion, I really think that all of the careers has the goods and the bads, you know. I mean, it's easier to say about someone else's careers, but if I never work as an influencer, I cannot know the truth about that, you know. So maybe I can judge them, but I'm not sure, because one thing is to watch them, another thing is work like them, you know. So I'm not, I can't answer that surely. About if it's easier or not. I think depends of someone, depend of each one, you know. I think each person can think differently. That's right. Okay, so what about you, Scenery Cruz?
Well, I agree with you, Laurie. I don't have um, I don't have an opinion about this because I'm not an influencer and I'm not I don't have any friend who is an influencer, so I don't know exactly. But I think in general it's easier compared to other careers. But sometimes I see them struggling about achieving metrics and numbers of impact. I think this could be a little bit challenging, but it's okay. It's not a big problem related to the challenges faced by other professionals. What do you think about Sabrina?
It's a complex question. Do you think influencers' life are easier compared to other careers? In aspect of gain money, I think it's more easy to make more money through this. If you compare an influencer with a doctor or a teacher, they win more money than this type of professional work. So I really think they have lives that it's really easy. I have an example. Yesterday, I saw Kylie Jenner, a big influencer, more than 100 millions of followers in Instagram. She is one of the famous that have more follows in Instagram. She is the younger billionaire in the world, and she was saying that hard to be famous to her because the famous, because the hates, the paparazzi, these things, it's hard. She is an influence, and she said this, it's hard to have. But she have a bigger house, she have a lot of money, she's famous. But the thing is, even when the most of influence say that it's hard to be influenced, post videos, to be famous, they don't give up the famous thing. Kylie said that it's hard to famous, and look, she said that she feel that she didn't born to be famous. She said she feel like she would not she feels that she didn't should be famous, different from Kim Kardashian, her sister, who feel that. But even when she say that it's hard to famous, she don't delete her Instagram. She don't stop to go in programs and shows. So I see a lot of hypocrisy in these people because they talk about haters, and a lot of things, but they don't go away and spend their money and delete the Instagram, the social medias, and just enjoy the money, because they are in the high level of influence and they gained all that money, they can stop the career and follow their life with the money. But the most influence that I see in social medias, they are always showing their life in Instagram, in YouTube, and what I see, it's very easy. their lives, they are always showing their richness. So it's easy. Even when they say, oh, it's hard to post a lot of videos every week and have to edit that. No, I don't think it's so hard. It's a choice to follow that.
Yeah.
Who not to give your opinion about that?
What?
And who don't answer the question yet?
Me? I'm gonna answer it right now.
Go on, Sarah.
Thank you, Sabrina. So guys, I think everyone in the world has its own job here. So I disagree with Sabrina. I think everyone struggles in their profession. So I struggle as a software developer and I complain sometimes and I sometimes don't like it, but I have to do it because it's my job and I want to earn money. The difference is that Kylie Jenner has money, but all right, that's not the sky, right? If I earn, I don't know, $100 million today, I was not going to stop working because I like it, because it fulfilled my life. And I think it's the same for her or every other influencer. They like it. So we cannot just live traveling with a lot of money, because at some point I think we're going to be bored. We're going to need something else to pursue in our life. And I think every person here has its own job. So every job is hard at some point. If I am a software developer, I'm going to struggle. I love it, but I'm still going to struggle it. The thing is, as Sabrina said, and I agree with her in that, an influencer is more value in today's society. So the doctor earns less money than an influencer sometimes. Depends on the influencer, right? And that for me is not fair. But it has always been like that, especially in Brazil, for example, where teachers earn less money than every other profession that I don't know, needs to be a balance, that kind of value between professions. I don't know if I made myself clear, but I think you guys got it, right? Sabrina, can you please read the question number 7 and read it out loud and answer it, please?
How do you believe it is an influencer's daily routine? Well, they wake up, so then they start with a skincare. Then they go to take a beautiful breakfast with bread, coffee. If the coffee is from Starbucks, it's more viral to them. Then they go to gym and they have to film, of course. So then this doesn't work if they don't film. They make the things in the gym. Then they go to house and they make a react video, or they make a video eating a new food from Japan, from other things, with several snacks, where it's really nice. Then they go to a party with other influencers, and this party they film also, because this is something from high society, and they enjoy this party. Then they go back to house and start posting stories, and they with a sleep face, start to film 2 stories and talk about the party, saying how nice was the party, and then they go sleep after spend 1 hour in the Instagram checking all things that they miss when they are in the party. So that's a daily life of an influencer.
Great, Sabrina. Thank you. I laughed a lot. Yeah, please choose someone else.
Nuri, can you share your answer, your opinion?
Yes, thank you, Sabrina. I think Sabrina brought a very complete and detailed summary of influencer daily life, daily routine. And I agree. From what I used to see, they are always, trying to post fancy stuff and to appear they are people who have their shits together and everything in their life is working. They wake up early, they go to gym early, so they work, and this kind of content. What do you think about Lauri?
Okay, that's right. Let me see. How do you believe it is an influencer's daily routine? Man, to be sure, to be honest, I have no idea. I never thought about that. But let me tell you something. I think they have to have a schedule to follow during the day, of course. I think some of them are liars. I mean, they lie a lot about their lives. But to be honest, I have no idea. I never thought about that. I think it depends on the kind of subject are you talking, you know? I think it really depends on the kind of subject you are talking, and I don't know. That's right.
Yes, Lauri talked about that maybe they have a schedule, and I remember that a few days ago, an influencer accidentally shared her schedule, and people became a little bit angry because everyone think that influencers have a genuine routine, but when this schedule came out, people realized that it's all fake and it's not spontaneous content, but everything was planned in advance, and every content posted has an objective. So there is this side of the question. They appear to be spontaneous and so on, but it's very fake in some way.
Yeah, that's a great point, because I think people complain about being lied to. So, oh, this influencer is lying to me, but we also just want to watch the good side of the thing, right? So I think at some level, we still like being lied to, right? We still like just looking at the positive side of the influencers. We don't want to know about what goes around on the backstage of their lives. All right, we have everyone back. Francisco, how was the conversation in the other room? Do you like the topic? How was it?
Yes, it's a good conversation. It's a big questions about the influencers, and Thiago and Diego. It's now the time. It's a good questions. It's a good answers, and the many influences, the lore informations, and the many peoples. But sometimes the knowledge it's a medium knowledge, it's not deeply knowledge. It's a danger because it's many information, the fast information, the influence. It's a new career currently, but it's a different for real life, etc.
Yeah, thank you, Francisco. Diego, do you judge influencers?
No, I don't judge. I judge myself about the influencers, how I spend my time see influencers. Yeah, I understand that's a kind of a professional for one type of one profile of influencers. For others, something one way to live their lives and show their lives to the world. But I think if I can judge almost of them, I think that we have a lot of superficial influencers. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, about it because when one people start his career like an influencer, it's almost of the cases this guy is a very superficial. But when be an influencer, it's a kind of a natural development of his career. They use it to help a lot of people. They are a very influential guy in their nature. I think that in their essence, I think that's a good influencer to follow because this guy is very deeply on their knowledge, on his knowledge.
Yeah, that's an amazing point, Diego. I didn't thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense to me. If you are already a professional at something, you have things to share, right? You have something to influence people. But if you just start your career as an influencer, chances are that you don't have anything to share with anyone. Tiago, do you think influencers' lives are easier than other careers?
Yeah, I think it's easy. I don't know its name, but it's very common to see the life of these influencers on the internet, where those people, it has a big mansion, a big car, several cars. I think it's easy.
Okay, thank you, Tiago. Sabrina, was it your first time here today?
No,
Oh, okay,
I
so
don't
you've
know
been
what
here,
time is mine here.
but you've been here on TNT, right? Okay,
In your class too, my second.
all right. So Sinue, how was your first TNT conversation? Do you like it? Can you share it with us?
Yes, I like it so much. I was a little bit anxious in the beginning because I was not sure about what I will encounter here and how it will be, but I like it. We have a really good conversation. Thank you.
Great, Sinui. That was a pleasure to have you here today. I sent you guys in the chat the YouTube video that we are live right now. So if you can please go there and like the video so we can all become influencers of English conversation. And the survey link is for you to evaluate this conversation, evaluate the topic, give some opinions, give some suggestions, all right? It's free. Talk a lot about how you like it or not. And that's it, guys. We have a lot of other, how can I say that? Schedule hours so you can practice your English skills in another time. So feel free to come back and practice more. We'll be very happy to have you here. And also for you guys, Lauri, Thiago, Diego, Francisco, and Sabrina, please come back. Have a nice rest of the week. The week is just beginning, so have a nice week. Thank you guys for coming. And that's it, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Sarah, for this topic. Thank you guys for the conversation. It was amazing.
Thank you, everybody. My pleasure.
Bye.